Hey guys, how's it going? Grocery haul time again. Okay, this week is actually a fairly small week grocery-wise. Budget-wise, doesn't fully translate to that. There is actually a big meat piece that I'm gonna have to change our meal plan because Sam's Club just didn't have it. In fact, I'm a little frustrated with Sam's Club in general. Sean actually did the grocery shopping today due to a series of events. He had to be in town early this morning anyhow. I couldn't go with, so I just stayed home. He got the groceries, and yeah, there's some frustration I'll explain here at the end. And you know why Sam's Club is just not my favorite. But that'll be at the end. Let me show you everything I got. Okay, here is what we've got. I'm gonna go ahead and start down on this end and work my way over. You'll find out here why at the end. So Sean again did the shopping. He went ahead and picked up some of the crunchy Cheetos. I'm assuming he figured that the kids would like those to snack on. He also decided that the flavored pop chips sounded good. He thought maybe I would like those because those are something I can usually eat. There's no corn or anything added, so that works there. There is a bag of yellow onions under here that I needed because I think we're down to our last onion, and we just go through them, so we like to keep them on hand. And I think there's at least 1 or 2 recipes this week that'll use them. Coming back down here, we needed a 9-volt battery, actually for our thermometer, because we've had some sick kids lately. Thermometer quit working, had to grab a new one, and we've had a smoke detector beeping at us too. So those sick kids, he found gummy vitamin D3 at the health food store here in town. He stopped and grabbed those. We needed more vitamins in general for the kids. That was actually on our list last week, but they were out. So he managed to get those. Again, just because the kids need those in general. We live at a high enough elevation that we do have better access to natural vitamin D year round because of the amount of sunshine we get here, which is not typical in this northern of a region. But you know, when everybody gets sick, you just need that extra boost. So then we've got some strawberries. Obviously the grapes did not look good again. The grapes we got last week, we ended up having to toss because it turns out while the outside looked fine, the center of the container was full of mold. So hopefully the strawberries treat us better this week. The grapes must not have been any better because he did not get any. 2 bunches of bananas at Target. We'll see if these last us. We actually had to go get more bananas midweek this last week. So I was thinking of bumping it up to 3, but I did not tell him that, so he didn't know. So we'll see if these last us or if we have to go get more. Sesame seed oil, that is something that I like to use in the rice ramen as well as my glass noodles. Just something that I've actually got in the pantry for myself. Don't eat it super often, which is why you actually haven't seen me buy it in a while. But my bottle of sesame oil actually had gone bad. Found that one out the hard way too. Another bottle of Fairlife. The one that's in the fridge now is mostly full. No more than 2/3 left. Or I worded that wrong. There's no more than 1/3 gone is what I was trying to say. So, but once you open it, it's only good for 2 weeks. It does go bad. In the meantime, the expiration date is not until April. So if we don't open this, it's going to last quite a while. And we don't go through milk crazy often, so it'll go out in the garage fridge and wait until we're ready for it. This almond milk. Now, the reason we've got this instead of the Sam's Club one, that's because, again, midweek, we actually ran out of almond milk, so we had to run and grab one more. And when he went to Target to grab the bananas, he just grabbed one of these. There is a 20-cent difference per bottle. It is 20 cents more to get this one from Target. But the consistency is a lot thicker, and it actually just tasted better in my coffee. So sorry, Sam's Club. I am no longer buying your almond milk. I am switching back to this, and we'll just get that at Target from now on. Barbecue sauce. This, I try to keep one in the cupboard and never run out. Turns out we were almost out of one bottle. Somebody opened the other bottle, and we were almost out of that one too. So we had 2 almost empty bottles in the fridge, and nobody had written it on the list. So we're back up to 2 again. Dr. Pepper, this is not something you see us buy. Soda is just not something we buy. There is a recipe I was going to make, though, that is a spicy Dr. Pepper pulled pork. But the pork is not here because Sam's Club did not have the right cut of meat. So now I've got a thing of Dr. Pepper that's going to sit in the pantry until we manage to actually get that. So we'll see how long it takes to make that recipe, but I am having to change my meal plan this week, which I will explain in my meal plan video that you'll be able to watch tomorrow. Bag of apples, because we've been going through more of them. In general, the kids are eating them and making smoothies. So I think we have like 2 apples left. So we needed that to get through this week. Garbage bags, Kleenex, that's just stuff that we use and go through. And it was time to get more of both. The chickens, you know, we get those every week. That's something that we cook in the Instant Pot and then shred and use that as an alternative to lunch meats and stuff. This week, he managed to find this one that is 10.5 pounds. The total price was $16.79 for the 2 chickens. Then we've got lettuce, because I, for one, have been eating more salads, but we do also have BLTs on our meal plan this week. So lettuce in general is more important this week. String cheese, we are out of that completely. So the little kids are gonna be excited to see that we've got more again. The granola, again, Sean and I are back to eating this. They finally dropped the rice pieces out that were really just destroying the texture of it and drying it out to the point it was tough to eat. And so we went ahead and got another one of those because we've been enjoying that. We'll see if this one lasts us the whole week, if we get 1 or 2 next week. But as long as they keep the recipe good, we'll keep getting it. Regular tub of butter, because we're down to half of one in the fridge, and we do use that. The honey butter, that is the one that we are just blowing through like crazy. And we actually had a couple extra teenagers here overnight, and so what we had left is gone. Sliced cheese, that's to go with sandwiches that are on the meal plan this week, and because Sean and a couple of the girls have been making omelets for themselves lately. 2 more blocks of cheese, because we just go through it. Eggs, we are back to buying eggs on a more regular basis because they are being eaten. I have not made hard-boiled eggs again lately, although I have a feeling now that I just said that out loud, a couple people are going to ask for it, and that is quite all right. Case of bubbly for me, I am going to try to start weaning down even more on that. I've got a few cans left over. I've got more being left over each week, but not enough to fully cut down. So we'll see. 24 cans in an entire week span. I don't quite drink all of them. So, you know, it's a couple of days still. It's kind of an expensive habit after a while. Toilet paper. Actually, I'm going to come back to that in 2 seconds. Cheeseburgers, because we were out, we had 1 left, and I did not want any more to come out of the grocery budget. So just the 1 convenience food this week. Okay, back to the toilet paper. Guys, apparently Sam's Club has a new policy where you see some of their stuff on rebate, including the toilet paper, and it'll say, you know, limit 2. Well, apparently that limit 2 is for the entire rebate period, not just that purchase or that day or anything reasonable. We had purchased 1 pack about a month ago or so, and then Sean had used his membership card to pick up some for his office, which meant apparently we had purchased our 2 limit. A manager overrode it for him today, but when they've got a 1.5, 2 month long rebate running, a limit of 2 in that entire period is absolutely ridiculous. And I get frustrated with Sam's Club anyhow because of the lack of selection of certain things and the quality of certain things. But now they're going to start running this where their sales really aren't even valid. And guys, I cannot wait for Costco to come out here or something else, or I'm just going to have to switch and start buying stuff at Target and Walmart even more because I can catch their sales and coupons and get a better deal. So we'll see what happens there. I'm a little frustrated if you can't tell by my tone. But there's what we got. Well, let me flip this around and tell you about our totals. Yeah, he's walking around behind me and now he's going to hide behind my head. Okay, so first thing first, sorry for the distraction. He's probably going to do that a couple times. The sound quality on this video, I'm going to apologize. I realized last week, now that we've rearranged the kitchen and I stood here, that the sound quality is just not the same. So I went to hook up my microphone today so it'd be more consistent and better, completely forgetting that since the last time I used my microphone, actually I've tried to a couple other times and forgot that I couldn't, because I have one of the newer iPhones that does not have a jack for it. So I'm gonna have to get an adapter. So I'm just gonna apologize for however many videos it takes before the sound quality gets a little bit better again. Okay, now that I've said that, his grand total today was $243 and I think like 15 cents. So basically there was $57 left over. Last week, we only had about $10 left over total after some going out and a few things like that. And then of that $10, he used 6 of it to go get the bananas and the almond milk midweek. So there was $4 left over. That was it. So then now this week, we've got the 57 plus the $4 left over. So that's what we've got to carry over in case we need anything else later this week or for next week, which I think we are going to be making a Costco run, possibly in the next week or so. We'll see if the weather and plans actually cooperate with that because it's South Dakota, guys, in the middle of winter. January is just a rough time of year for that. Okay, so that's what we spent. I've already voiced my frustration with Sam's Club. Not only does the selection not always work out very well, but the quality of stuff, I mean, I had to throw away an entire container of grapes last week because of how much mold and how shriveled the center was. It was nasty. And we've had several things like that, and their return policy is not as good as what we were used to at Costco. If something like that were to happen there, they would ask us to bring it back in. Sam's Club, it's kind of your fault for leaving the store with it. And Sean's smelling the strawberries now and making faces at me.
They smell really good this week.
And now I turn the camera so they get to see the mess from here to the front door. Okay, so yeah, and now knowing that they are implementing this new rebate policy where when the sign says limit to, it is not limit to for that purchase or that day. Even that day would be a little frustrating, but I get it to keep, businesses from coming in and wiping them out. But in the entire rebate period, come on, Sam's Club, you guys can do better than that. Okay, can't tell I'm frustrated with that. I don't know. I think I need to eat lunch still. So there it is. That is everything we got, with the exception of the pork shoulder. So I am going to have to look at my meal plan and either rewrite that or we'll check back at Sam's Club tomorrow. If they have it in, we'll go ahead and get it, which is going to take a little bit more of that grocery money. We'll still have plenty left over, though, that's going to carry over to next week. And so here's where we kind of start our cycle of building back up again so that in a few weeks, we've got plenty of extra when we have a big restock week. So there it is. Anyhow, I hope that you guys have enjoyed watching this grocery haul. If you have any grievances for Sam's Club or just want to commiserate with me, leave that in the comment section down below because sometimes it's nice to know that I'm not alone in being frustrated with some of this stuff. In the meantime, though, I hope that you're having a blessed day. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss everything coming up next. And I will see you in the next one.